When I was growing up, there was a phrase I heard constantly. 孝顺. That means filial piety. It's usually translated as respect your parents, but the version that ran in my household, it meant something closer to your existence is owned. You don't choose to be born. Someone sacrificed for you. Your job for the rest of your life is not to waste that sacrifice. To get the grades, get the job, make the family proud. Don't ask for too much, and don't under any circumstance suggest that a different kind of life might be available to you. I'm not saying this to criticize my parents. They were passing on exactly what was passed on to them. But I want to ask you something. When you imagined wanting something different, when you pictured a life that doesn't feel like constant output, do you feel a flicker of something uncomfortable? Guilt, maybe selfishness, maybe the sense that you don't have the right? That feeling has a name, and it's not the truth about you. It's a reflex. I have a client in his mid-50s, ran his own company, built everything from nothing, and he sat across from me and said, "Jerry, I feel guilty every time I slow down. Like slowing down means I'm wasting everything my parents went through." I said, "Is that you talking, or is that a message you heard so many times it became your voice?" He said, "I don't know anymore." That's the moment right there, not knowing if the voice is yours or inherited. That's the starting line. I'm Jerry S. Lin, the human systems engineer, and the system running your guilt, your "I don't deserve this," your "who am I to want more," is a program. Not a personality, not a moral truth, a program. And programs can be updated. Today, I'm going to show you where the "I don't have permission to want something different" reflex comes from, why it lives in your body, not just in your head, and what the first interruption looks like. See, here's something most people in our culture were never taught. The stories your parents never told you about sacrifice, about what you owe, about what good people do and don't want. Those weren't ideas you heard. Your gut brain, they stored them as instructions. The gut brain is your oldest operating system. It watches the people around you, especially early, especially family, and it saves their patterns as your defaults. It doesn't evaluate them. It doesn't fact check. It saves and runs, because that's what it does. So when you watch the people who raised you swallow their own wants, the gut brains saved it. Wants are dangerous. Wants costing something. Suppress wants. When they say 面子 or losing face, every time someone stepped outside the expected path, the gut saved. Standing out there is a threat. When achievement was the only time you felt their full approval, the gut brain saved. Your worth is conditional. Keep producing to stay safe. There are no personal traits. These are programs installed before you had any choice. And here's what makes it interesting. You probably know all about this intellectually, and it still fires because knowing lives in your head brain. The program runs in your gut brain, and the gut brain is faster. This is exactly the knowing-doing gap. You know you're allowed to want something different. Your gut fires the guilt before the knowing can land. See, the inherited program doesn't announce itself with flashing lights. It shows up as a hesitation you can't explain. You're about to make a change, take a different direction, set a boundary, choose something that's actually yours, and your body does something subtle. It contracts, it tightens in the chest, a vague heaviness, that quiet background voice that says, "Who do you think you are?" Or maybe it's the other version. "Everything's fine, it's just fine. You have what you're supposed to have, and yet you feel nothing." That numbness, that's not the absence of a reflex. That is the reflex, running so efficiently that it shuts down the signal between or before it can surface. In Chinese medicine, this has a concept called suppression, pressure. Not anger, not sadness, not anxiety. Pressing it down. 压下去. The energy of something that wanted to move you held it in place. Most people in your position have been pressing down for so long that pressing has become invisible. It's just how things feel. It's just how life is, except it isn't. And some part of you already knows that. This move is called the witness step, and it comes from the middle of the rewire method. When you catch the guilt, the who do I think I am, the subtle shrink before it completes, before it shuts down the signal, do this. Name the voice, out loud or written, exactly as it sounds. Good people don't ask for more than they have. My parents sacrificed too much for me to be selfish. Wanting something different means I'm ungrateful. Write it down. Write it down, say it to the wall if you have to. Then answer one question. How old was I when I first heard this? Not to analyze it, not to process it, just to locate it in time. Because the moment you see that voice has an age, that it came from somewhere that it was taught, not discovered, it loses its claim to be the final word in your life. It becomes a message from a younger version of me trying to stay safe in a world that no longer exists in exactly the way it did before. Useful maybe once in the past, worth examining now. That examination, that 5-second pause before the reflex completes, is where your real choices live. You don't choose the program, but you choose what runs next. Huh? Or harmony, but not the harmony that comes from suppressing yourself. The harmony that comes from being genuinely, honestly, fully in your own life. And that's what we're building toward today. So the question of the day was, what's the voice, the inherited message that shows up when you try to want something for yourself? Quote it exactly, one line. Drop it below. Saturday Reset Room. This is exactly the kind of work we do live, together, every week, free. 5sr.org. It's in the description.